Bloody Trail, the mystery of the serial killer living next door. Once upon a time, in a seemingly peaceful neighborhood, there lived an unsuspecting community, unaware of the dark secret lurking next door. This is the chilling tale of the bloody trail left behind by a twisted serial killer, weaving a web of fear and horror that would send shivers down the spine of even the bravest souls. Our story begins with the main characters, the unsuspecting residents of Elm Street. Innocent families, going about their daily lives, blissfully unaware of the sinister presence residing in their midst. The killer, known only by the eerie alias of The Shadow, was a master of disguise, blending seamlessly into the fabric of this seemingly idyllic neighborhood. The Shadow's reign of terror began with his first victim, a young woman named Emily Johnson. She was a bright and vivacious woman, beloved by all who knew her. Her untimely demise sent shockwaves through the community, leaving everyone wondering who could commit such a heinous crime. As the investigation unfolded, the police found themselves baffled by the lack of evidence. The Shadow seemed to possess an uncanny ability to cover his tracks, leaving no trace of his presence behind. The gruesome crime scene was a chilling testament to the depravity of this unknown monster. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, with no end in sight for the deadly reign of the Shadow. The once tight-knit community now lived in constant fear, locking their doors at night and peering out their windows, searching for any sign of the lurking evil. The relentless pursuit of justice fell on the shoulders of Detective Frank Thompson, a seasoned investigator haunted by the unsolved cases that plagued his career. Determined to capture the Shadow and put an end to his reign of terror, Detective Thompson delved into the darkest recesses of the human mind. Night after night, Detective Thompson pored over crime scene photos, interviewed witnesses, and followed every lead, desperate for a breakthrough. Sleep eluded him, as the horrors he encountered during the day played out in his nightmares. The lines between reality and the twisted world of the Shadow began to blur. As the investigation intensified, so did the Shadow's bloodlust. The body count rose, each victim meeting a grisly fate at the hands of this cunning and elusive killer. The neighborhood was gripped by an overwhelming sense of dread, no longer able to trust the familiar faces that once surrounded them. In the midst of this terror, a ray of hope emerged in the form of Sarah Parker, a young woman with a keen eye for detail and an unwavering determination to bring justice to the victims. Sarah had always been fascinated by true crime stories, but little did she know that her knowledge and curiosity would thrust her into the heart of this chilling mystery. Armed with her notebook and a thirst for the truth, Sarah began to piece together the scattered clues left behind by the Shadow. Late nights turned into early mornings as she tirelessly combed through old newspaper articles, connected seemingly unrelated incidents, and delved into the dark underbelly of the human psyche. As her investigation progressed, Sarah's path crossed with Detective Thompson, and they formed an unlikely alliance. Together, they pieced together the puzzle, unearthing a web of hidden secrets and buried skeletons. The closer they got to the truth, the more dangerous their journey became. Finally, the day of reckoning arrived. The Shadow, sensing the growing threat to his anonymity, made a fatal mistake. In his haste to claim another victim, he left behind a vital clue. Sarah and Detective Thompson seized the opportunity, closing in on their prey with the determination of a wolf on the hunt. With hearts racing and adrenaline pumping through their veins, they confronted the Shadow in a final, climactic showdown. The silent streets of Elm Street bore witness to the ultimate battle of good versus evil, where the fate of an entire community hung in the balance. The struggle was fierce, the fight for survival desperate. In the end, it was Sarah's quick thinking and Detective Thompson's unwavering resolve that led to the Shadow's downfall. The neighborhood let out a collective sigh of relief, their once peaceful streets finally free from the grip of darkness. But the scars of this night would forever remain etched in their memories. Elm Street may have found closure, but the haunting question lingers: how could evil hide in plain sight, living next door? The once blissful ignorance shattered, leaving the residents forever haunted by the knowledge that true horror can lurk just beyond the safety of their front doors. And so, dear reader, let this cautionary tale serve as a reminder that evil can wear many faces, and the monsters that dwell among us may not always be the ones we suspect. The bloody trail left behind by the Shadow serves as a chilling reminder that even the most ordinary facade can hide the most terrifying secrets. Sleep tight, but keep one eye open, for the Shadows may be closer than you think.